A lot of people still ask, can you really do a long road trip in an EV without all the hassle of charging and waiting around, all that ugh? Well, let's put that to the test. I'm heading on a 665 mile 2-day road trip from Liverpool to the south of England, stopping at 3 National Trust sites along the way. This is my biggest EV journey yet. Let's see how it goes on Ben Goes Electric. So here's the plan. Day 1 starts in Liverpool, collecting some friends, but then the big push down south, stopping at South Mimms for a quick charging stop. Then heading down to Bodiam Castle in East Sussex, one of the most iconic National Trust sites in the country. From there we'll be heading then to Sevenoaks in Kent, the Garden of England, calling it a night. Day 2 picks up just outside of Sevenoaks at Knole, another National Trust site. And then another drive to West Sussex to Petworth House and Park before the long drive back north to Liverpool. In total that's 665 miles, my proper multi-day EV road trip. Along the way I'll show you how I plan the charging, how the car handles these long motorway stretches, how much this journey is going to cost, and what it's really like to take an EV on a journey this big. So with that, let's start this journey. So it's a bright early start today, just before 7 o'clock. The car has charged to 100% and I've also preconditioned it before setting off, so perfect for efficiency. So it's 2 days this road trip. We're looking around about 600 miles. So what's the Tesla like over multiple days? How many charging stops will we need? Mixture use of roads, not just motorway of course this time. How efficient will it be and what will the price for this journey be? So there she is, ready to go. Let's get on the road and let's see what it's like. So guys, just at the Rugby services, we've covered 146 miles now on this journey and we've stopped just because we needed to stop, not the car. Still pressuring on to South Mimms is where the car says where we need to stop. So there you go, bladder before charging. There's loads of chargers here at Rugby. We've got GridServe behind me and then just over there we've got Tesla as well. Efficiency, we're looking at around about 246 watt hours per mile. Kilowatt hours are on the screen now. Not too bad. It's a bit cold. The rain's holding off though, so not too bad. We're currently around about 50% battery as well. So you're looking at around about full battery range of 300 miles today. So not too bad. So I'm gonna go to the toilet and we'll get back on the road and hopefully next time you see me will be South Mimms services. So we're just at South Mimms services now, just for our first charge. So I've been here probably for about 25 minutes, arrived with around about 23% and now up to 80% and it's slowed right down. We've done 220 miles on this trip now with 236 watt hours per mile. So just not long to go now to our destination, which will be revealed when we get there on the first leg of this multi-day trip. So South Mimms, it's busy, but there's plenty of chargers around. I had a little bit of an incident where the ones I plugged into weren't working. I had a 10 labels to 10 A, B, C and D. Nothing was on the app or in my car, only until I unplugged it, and then it came up saying, yeah, they're not available. So it's fine, just moved over, and here we are now at 81%, which I'm about to unplug because, so Tesla have changed how their overstay works. It used to be idle fees, but now if you charge above 80% and it's a busy station, they're going to charge you around about 50p for every minute you're at the station above 80%. So I'm at 81, so I'm about to unplug now and move the car, and waiting for my friends to finish their food. Barely had time to finish my food before I had to come out and move the car again. The car's ready before I'm ready. So I'm gonna get on the road now and get to our final destination for today. This video was made possible by you guys. Thank you so much for everyone who subscribed and used my referral code, and that has given me some free supercharging miles. If any of you would like to do a free road trip like this, head to the description and click my referral link for when buying a brand new Tesla. At the moment in the UK, you can get 650 free supercharging miles with every purchase. The referral program is worldwide, but the rewards you get can depend on the country. For example, in the US, you actually get 3 months of full self-driving supervised for Model 3 and Model Y, and $1,000 off Cybertruck Model S and Model X. It's the perfect time to go electric and get a Tesla. Thank you very much. Now back to the video. So that was Bodiam Castle. Really cool to see another National Trust site ticked off in the passport. I've kept the climate on in the car. We just needed to keep some things cool. Just lost a percent, so we're at about 57% now. We're about to now head to Sevenoaks for a hotel and check in, and I'll update you when I'm back at the hotel. Have more of a roundup of the trip. So that is the end of day 1 of 2 on this journey. So I'm now in Sevenoaks, just in a Premier Inn hotel, overnight before tomorrow's journey to 2 more National Trust sites, one nearby and then one a good hour's drive down the road. So for that, will we need to charge, where we need to charge, what it's like again, etc. For the journey today, it was simple. I just put the destination in on the Tesla and it routed me down to the actual site where we were going to arrive with 7%. And because I didn't know exactly where it was a charging situation, I'd rather arrive with a bit more charge than that. So it's simple, just changing the arrival energy, which I put to 30%, which then made us have a little stop in South Mims. As you saw, it was fine, but of course there were some charges not available to use. The actual castle is an amazing place to have a look at. And we've now arrived here. We've got 45% of the battery with an average consumption of 234.8 watt hours per mile with 330.8 miles covered. And like I said, it's easy in the Tesla. Just simple, put it in on the routing and it will sort out all the stops for you. That is exactly how we want EVs to be. Take away the stress and the unknowing of charging the car, knowing it's all handled by the car and you can trust it. The actual journey down was fine. It was just a simple M6 all the way down to meet the M1 and then the M25, the famous M25. Busy, of course, and then down into the Kent and then Sussex area. It was a lovely drive, really nice. So tomorrow's plans are, again, just put in the destination in on the Tesla screen and set the arrival energy to a bit higher than if it's below, 20%, then just raise it up a little bit, keep a bit in reserve. You can plan it, of course, but I'm just going for the simple, put it in and see what it deals with. The way it should be with EVs, I don't like having to plan out the journey, having like a big kind of list. Back in the days before sat nav, having a route planner and having all the instructions printed out, it's kind of like that. I just want to enter it in and go. So we'll see what that's like tomorrow, and I will see you in the morning. Good morning, guys. So, still in Sevenoaks, day 2 now. So what's the plan for today? So we're visiting a National Trust site just outside of Sevenoaks, and then after that we're over to Petworth for another one, and then the journey home. So we're on 40%. I had Sentry mode on overnight, so lost a couple of percent in a busy car park as you expect. There was charging in this car park here, just slow ones you plug your own cable into. But as I have some free supercharging to use, thank you for everyone who used my referral code. It's been a massive help. This journey using Tesla superchargers is going to cost me 0, so I may as well use them. So we'll head to the first site here, drive over to Petworth, and then look at charging on the way home. Petworth is about an hour away, about 50 odd miles, so shouldn't need to charge. 40% is giving us a range of 137. And we'll have loads of charges on the way home. So I'm going to get on the journey now. Come with me as we visit these lovely National Trust sites.
throw that one in there. Okay, another fact. I said about Henry being here, owning Petworth for 20 years, and I've said about Lawn Hill up there. Now when we finish, something I want you all to do, please. I want you to move.
Planning the journey home is as simple as pressing home, and then as you can see it's got a stop at Guildford and Hotwood Park. But arriving back at home with 10%, I've just increased that just for a little buffer because I've got to drop some people off to 30%, and then it'll recalculate, still with a stop in Guildford but now in Keele. So that's the route, let's head on the road home. So we're just in Guildford Supercharger now, arrived with about 12%. Just plug in here to get topped up. So I think the plan is we're going to add Warwick as a destination up now and charge there and have something to eat. And then after that we'll see if I need to charge again or a long charge at Warwick. I don't know yet. That's the thing, there's no kind of plan for it. It's just on the go, see how we feel. We're planning our stops when we need to eat and go to the toilet, not for really when the car needs to charge. So good day out so far, I've enjoyed it, and it's now time to head back up north. So again, there won't be much commentary here. I'll stop obviously every time we charge and give you the details we're costing right at the end. So I'm gonna wait, get charged and get back on the road shortly. So I've just arrived at the Hotwood Park services, and as you can see, this isn't the Warwick services that I originally destined for. What the idea is, I need a few stops. I'm tired, so what we're gonna do, I've manually added in the stop here, and then we're gonna have a stop I think at Trentham next. They're literally only short stops, just to prove that you don't need to sit here for 20 minutes. You can be here for 10 minutes and then you're off, and then another 10 minutes. So I'm gonna get plugged in, get another drink, and I'll be back on the road, and I'll probably see you either at Trentham or Keele. So you join me a few days later, back in the Tesla again, just to go through the most important part, the costings and how long we charged for. So I've got my notes down there, so let's have a look. So we started with 100% charge leaving home, and after picking up friends, and we travelled all the way down to South Mimms for the first charging stop. At South Mimms we charged for 30 minutes and topped up the battery by 44.3 kilowatts, and with the price of 39p a kilowatt hour, that cost us £17.27. Not too bad. So we carried on our day and didn't need to charge then again until we started the journey home, where we stopped at Guildford for 12 minutes, topping up 30.5 kilowatts, giving us a price of £11.89. That was enough to get us to Hopwood Park, where we were charging for 11 minutes, charging the battery of 31.1 kilowatts, giving us a price of £12.12. And the last 3 sites were all 39p a kilowatt hour peak time. That gave us enough to get to Trentham, where we stopped for 20 minutes and charged 36.9 kilowatts. And I stopped the charge halfway through. The reason for that was at 10 o'clock it was a cheaper rate, so it was 40p a kilowatt hour when I arrived, and the cheaper rate is 27p a kilowatt hour. So I stopped the charged most of it in that cheaper time, giving us a cost of £11.40. So in total for the rapid charging, that gives us a total charging time of 1 hour and 13 minutes and a total cost of £53.68. So pretty decent. Or is it? We're going to compare that to petrol and diesel in a minute. Of course, then I arrived home with 35% battery. Needed to top that back up to the original 100%. So for that, I needed 48.75 kilowatts, and at the home rate of 7p a kilowatt hour that we're on, that cost £3.41, bringing the total charging costs for this journey of £56.09. Quite happy with that. So looking at the charging time, 1 hour and 13 minutes charging, not too bad in the grand scheme of things. Mostly wasn't sitting around, eating, going to the toilet, grabbing a drink. It didn't feel like we were sat around for 1 hour and 13. The later stops, Guildford, it's in a leisure park, gyms and stuff, not much to do. So we were just sat there, but that was 12 minutes. 12 minutes to stretch your legs, I don't think it's bad at all. And Hopwood Park, 11 minutes. Again, enough just for everyone to go to the toilet and then come back out. The car was ready for us. It's not an inconvenience at all. So let's compare it to petrol and diesel. What would they have done on this exact same journey? So using the average fuel pricing and the distance that we've covered, which is 665 miles, using a calculator, I compared this to a very popular car, Volkswagen Golfs. Very popular. So we'll start with petrol at an average price of 134.44 pence per litre. We'll take a standard petrol Golf that's claimed to do 55.4 miles per gallon. And of course these figures are what the manufacturer says the cars will do. In reality, you don't really get them. Same with electric cars. Claimed range is not going to be what you really get. Claimed mile per gallon, not going to be what you get. But we'll take that. We'll give them an advantage, shall we? So yeah, the standard 1.5 litre petrol VW Golf with 55.4 miles per gallon in fuel costs for this journey would be £73.89. More than the Tesla's £56. But then I thought, this car is more powerful than a 1.5 litre Golf. It can do 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. It's got over 400 horsepower. So let's compare that to a similar performance Golf. So we'll take the Golf R, which is similarly matched to spec-wise as this car. Both got 4-wheel drive, both have around 400 horsepower. That claim mile per gallon is 34.9, so a lot less. But in reality, probably even less, but we'll move on from that. That in fuel costs would have cost £116.12 to do that journey in a Golf R. Tesla's winning once again. But diesel. My diesel can do so many hundreds of miles, and I only have to top it up. It takes me 5 minutes. It'll only cost me so and so. So, the diesel Golf. So diesel price average 142.48 pence per litre. So 2 litre diesel Golf. 61.4 miles per gallon is its rated fuel economy. And that would have cost £70.60. So, Tesla, using the supercharger network, which is known for being cheap, but it's still a rapid charging, more expensive than charging a home network, is cheaper than petrol and diesel. Why wouldn't you go electric? The facts don't lie. And I know you're going to get the whole, but they've only had to fill up once or twice, 5-10 minutes. It's still a stop, but they still would have stopped. Let's get that in our heads. They still would have stopped for the toilet, for a comfort break. And the time that I was doing that as well, because we're all human, I was sticking energy into the battery. No waste of time. So I think when you compare those two things, we can negate the whole charging time and messing about, because I wasn't. I was doing other things. So it just comes down to cost, and the electric cart was cheaper. But in all grand scheme of things, this journey didn't really cost me anything. All the supercharging was free, thanks to you guys for using my referral code to get some free supercharging miles. And you can do the same by clicking the link down below. Also, a massive thanks to everyone who's subscribed. With way past 5,000 subscribers, which is crazy. Never would have expected that. So thank you to all of you. If you love the channel and want to support, I have got a Ko-fi link down in the description, just for a little donation. Much appreciated to anyone who does that. If you really love the channel, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. If you want to see the new Model Y performance, you can click on the screen here. If you want to see my review of the Volvo EX40, click here. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.